Assalamu alaikum. Gentlemen, today my topic is communication types. There are many kinds of communication, but today I shall talk about the electronic communications. Electronic communication is the transmission of data from one computer to another or from one device to another. Its purpose is to communicate information between two or more locations, commonly called stations. This is done by converting the original information into electromagnetic energy and then transmitting it into one or more receive stations where it is converted back to its original form. In this GIF we can say how data is transmitting from one station to another stations. Now as a simplex communications. Simplex communications means that communication can only flow in one direction and never flow back the other way, also known as unidirectional communications. We can say in real life examples of these communications are radio broadcasting, television broadcasting, computer to printer, monitors to output. In this case we can also see how a simplex communication is going on. Half duplex communication. In this communication, both parties can communicate with each other but not simultaneously. The communication in one direction at a time. For example, walkie-talkie conversations where the two parties take turns in speaking, and a two-way radio that has a push button to talks. Now, in this GIF animated, we can say how a half duplex communication is going on. Full duplex communication. Full data transmission means that data can be transmitted in both directions on a single carrier at the same times. The most familiar examples of a full duplex communication channels is telephone, where both participants in a call can send and receive audio simultaneously. Detailed communications. In detailed communications means exchange of data that transmitted the data in a detailed form that is capable of very high speed, suitable for transmissions of images or voice or video, as well as data communication by computer. For example, communication done over the internet is a form of detailed communication. In this GIF we can say a computer sends a detail in the form of detailed data to the modem, and modem then converted this data into analog form, and at the other ends modem converts analog data to the detailed form and then sends to the computers. In the statics picture you can say computer send a detailed data in the shape of 1100 to the DSC modem sound cards, and sound cards convert this data into the analog form. Now the analog communication. In analog communication is a data transmitting technique in a format that utilizes continuous signals to transmit data, including voice, images, videos, electronics, etc. An analog signals is a variable signal continuous in both time and amplitude, which is generally carried by use of modulation. In this picture we can say how analog signals travel in the form of wave, and then digital signals also in the binary formats. In this communication we can say simply say that how a data and digital data converted into analog, and then analog data to digitals. How modem communicate with computers. A modem is a device that converts digital data originating from a terminal or a computer to analog signals used by voice communication network such as the telephone system at one end. Modems converts the digital pulses to audio tones and converts audio tones back to digital pulses at the other end. The word modem stands for modulator and demodulator. In the GIF communication you can see that how a computer sending in the digital form, and then modem converted into the analog forms. Mobile communication. Mobile communication is the use of technology that allows us to communicate with others in different locations without the use of any physical connection. It is an electronic device used for full duplex two-way radio communications over a cellular network of the base stations known as cell sites. Mobile communications makes our life easier and it saves time and efforts. You can see in the GIF that how we can communicate in the mobiles, and this is shown in this GIF. Satellite communication. What is satellite communication? How it can be done? A satellite communication is an artificial satellite that relays and amplifies radio telephone communications signals via transponders. It creates a communication channel between a source transmitter and a receiver at different locations on Earth. Space station that receives microwave signals from Earth-based stations amplifies signals and broadcast signals back to any number on Earth base stations. In these pictures we can see how data travel in a mobile station from one station to another and through a satellite. Wireless communication. Wireless communication is a type of data communication that is performed and delivered wirelessly. This is a broad term that incorporates all procedures and forms of connecting and communicating between two or more devices using a wireless signal through wireless communication technology and devices. Earth-based reflective dish used for microwave communications. How internet communicate? Internet communications is referred to as the sharing of information, ideas, or simply words over the World Wide Web. The internet consists of worldwide strings of connected networks that exchange data through packets switching using the standardized internet protocol TCP/IP.